Happy St. Patrick's Day, guys! Hi guys, it's Samantha, and today I'm here to do an Irish St. Patrick's Day tag. It is Kiss Me, I'm Irish tag, and it was created by Erica from Snogging on Sunday Books. I love her channel. Be sure to check her out because she really has some fantastic videos, and I just love watching them so much. I love anything to do with Ireland, so I knew I had to do this tag as soon as I saw her pop it up on her channel again. So I think she said in her video she created it last year, but she did like a 2.0 version. So I was excited to do it. I knew I had to do it because I love anything Ireland. So I came prepared with my Happy St. Patrick's Day t-shirt and my Trinity knot necklace right here, which was actually made in Ireland, and I love this necklace so much. And my Sláinte Irish coffee mug. Yeah, I'm fully prepared, people. Fully prepared. Yes, I am fully prepared, and I love anything to do with Ireland, so perfect. Alright, so let's get started on these questions. The first one is green, a book with a green cover. This is perfect, and it's a sneak peek into my next book haul because I found this at Barnes & Noble and I had to get it. And it is this beautiful Barnes & Noble edition of Irish fairy and folk tales. I absolutely love it so much. When I saw it, I knew I had to get it. It's leather bound, faux leather bound, and it has these gilded pages and really super shiny silver and gold details and Celtic knotwork and Irish harp, and I loved it, and it's green, and so it fits this question perfectly, and I'm just so in love with this. I'm going to be reading this month, obviously, because this is the month with St. Patrick's Day in it, and I'm excited to read it. And it's really cool because one of the stories in here is The Changeling by Lady Wilde, which is Oscar Wilde's mother. So cool little fact for you guys. Next is Blarney, a book that deceived you into either liking it or was overhyped and you ended up disliking it. For me, that is going to be Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. That being said, I really enjoyed book 2, Crown of Midnight. The first book, though, I was a little underwhelmed by. People kept talking about how amazing it was, and then I read it and I'm like, it's okay. It's not that great. It's okay. But Crown of Midnight definitely made up for that, but the first book, not so much. Number 3 is Brogue, a book where one of the characters has an accent. I am going with Spooks from the Final Empire, the Mistborn trilogies. He uses this really weird dialect, like this street slang, like the wasting of the what. Like, it doesn't make any sense when you're reading it. Nobody can ever understand him, and it's hilarious, so perfect. It's kind of an accent, kind of a dialect. We're gonna go with it. Next one is Leprechaun, a book that you enjoyed when you were a child. I am choosing the BFG by Roald Dahl. This is a book that actually got me into reading. I remember picking this up when I was in 4th grade. Until this point, I hadn't been the biggest fan of reading. I kind of viewed it as a bit of a chore. I liked having stories told to me. I like stories. I just didn't actually like reading all that much. But I picked up this guy and I was obsessed. I remember staying up past my bedtime reading it, and I couldn't wait to get to the end of it. This is definitely what set me on the road with my love of reading. Next is A Pot of Gold, a book that cost you a lot or is of great value to you. I'm going to choose 2 for this one that actually did cost me a lot, and one that was very cheap but means a lot to me. The first one that is cheap but means a lot to me is this edition of The Fellowship of the Rings by J.R. Tolkien. I bought this for $1 when I was 11 years old at the library. Sale room. I was in love with the series already, and I was finally able to purchase my own. I was able to get the other 2 at the same time, because before I was reading my dad's. So I was so excited. These were the first books I ever bought for myself. And though I want to replace them because these have seen better days, I'll always keep them because they just mean so much to me, and very nostalgic. The next one was one that costs a lot, but still means a lot to me. This is awesome. It is Doctor Who, The Vault, 50 Years of Doctor Who. This thing was about 30 bucks, I think, but it is fantastic. I have read the whole thing cover to cover. It is full of the history of Doctor Who, actual drawings and mock-ups of costumes and things. Oh, it's glorious. Next up is Fourleaf Clover. Pick your current or old favorite series. I am choosing the Far Sierra Trilogy by Robin Hobb for this one. I read these books between December and February, and I love them. This is definitely my new favorite series. Fantastic fantasy series. I will be having a review and discussion up soon, so be sure to look at that. But I just, I love them so much. Next is Luck, a book on your shelf that you will luckily get to someday. I'm choosing The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. I think this is the one that has been on my shelf the longest. About a year ago is when I last bought this book, and I still haven't read it. I know I need to. Everybody keeps telling me I have to because it's really good. I've seen the movie, and basically it ripped my heart to shreds because it was so sad. I don't cry very often at movies, but that, no. So it'll happen someday. Next is A Jig, a book that if you don't currently own, but if you get a hold of it, it would make you dance with joy. I am choosing In Search of the Lost Dragons by Ellie Ann Blackmore. I saw this before it was released. I saw it on a list of books to be released, and then I actually saw the physical version at Barnes & Noble, and it is gorgeous. It's kind of like a coffee table book, but it's full of like different illustrations and documents pertaining to dragons. It's fictionalized, but it is gorgeous, and I cannot wait to get it. It's like 30 bucks. But it will still be worth it if I'm ever able to get it one day, because it is such a beautiful book and I love all of the artwork. There's tons of beautiful fantasy artwork in there, and it is glorious. It is glorious, people. Glorious. And last but not least is Rainbow, which is lead other booktubers to this pot of gold tag. Tag your favorite friends to do this tag. So I'm going to be tagging some people. Yes, and I say you guys can do it even if St. Patrick's Day is over. Do it anyway. I'm going to choose Enya for Enya's Corner, Michael from Bitten by Radioactive Book, Sam from Thoughts on Tomes, Emily from Emily Jean, and anybody else who wants to do this tag, feel free to do it. It's a really fun tag. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, happy reading and happy St. Patrick's Day. Bye!